Good evening. Before we begin tonight's story, allow yourself a moment to simply rewind and relax. Let the day gently loosen its grip. There is nothing you need to solve right now, nothing you need to plan, nothing you need to finish. Settle into your quiet evening. Feel the surface beneath you, steady and supportive. Let your shoulders soften. Unclench your jaw. Unfurrow your brow. Take a slow breath in and release it just as slowly. Imagine the world outside dimming, lights lowering, voices fading into the distance, as if the night itself is wrapping you in calm. This is your time to unwind, to drift, to listen without effort. If your mind wanders, that's perfectly all right. Just let the sound of my voice guide you back, gently, easily. Rewind your thoughts, relax your body, settle into the stillness of this quiet evening. And when you're ready, we'll begin. Tonight, we travel gently to a quiet corner of the world, high in the mountains of southwestern China, to a place where water moves like glass, where forests breathe in soft mist, and where time seems to rest. This is the story of Jiuzhaigou Valley. Jiuzhaigou Valley lies in the northern part of Sichuan province, tucked into the Min Mountains on the eastern edge of the vast Tibetan plateau. Its name, Jiuzhaigou, means Valley of 9 Villages. 9 small Tibetan villages once rested quietly here, scattered like beads along forest paths, each one built beside clear streams and shimmering lakes. The valley stretches for about 72,000 hectares, a landscape of deep ravines, layered forests, and terraces of mineral-rich water that reflect the sky like polished mirrors. In 1992, Jiuzhaigou was recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, not for monuments or ancient ruins, but for something far more delicate: water. The lakes of Jiuzhaigou are not ordinary lakes. They are known as Haize, a Tibetan word for son of the sea. Each lake holds a different shade: turquoise, emerald, deep sapphire blue. The colors shift with the light, with the clouds, with the season. And beneath the water's surface, ancient tree trunks lie preserved, visible through water so clear, it feels almost unreal. One of the most famous lakes is Five Flower Lake. It shimmers in layers, blues and greens blending like silk dye dropped into still water. Mineral deposits line its floor, creating intricate patterns, like lace beneath glass. From above, it resembles a painter's palette. But here, there is no painter, only nature, patient and precise. Jiuzhaigou sits at an elevation of about 2,000 to 3,000 meters above sea level. The air is thin, cool, and scented with pine. In spring, snow melt feeds the lakes, and wildflowers begin to scatter across the forest floor. In summer, mist rises from waterfalls, drifting softly through branches. In autumn, the valley transforms. Maples burn crimson, birches turn gold, evergreens remain steady and dark. The lakes reflect all of it, doubling the color, deepening the calm. And in winter, snow settles quietly over wooden rooftops, and ice forms delicate edges along cascading water. Even then, some waterfalls continue to flow, frozen in motion, like glass ribbons suspended in time. The valley is shaped in a gentle Y. 3 main valleys meet at a central point: Jiuzhaigou Valley, Jiuzhaigou Valley, and Jiuzhaigou Valley. Each one offers its own rhythm. Jiuzhaigou Valley, the lowest of the 3, is where many of the Tibetan villages still stand. Prayer flags sometimes flutter between trees, their colors faded by wind and sun. Blue for sky, white for clouds, red for fire, green for water, yellow for earth. They move softly, carrying whispered prayers into the mountain air. The people who have lived here for centuries belong primarily to Tibetan and Chang ethnic groups. Their wooden homes are built to withstand cold winters, and their traditions remain closely tied to the land. They herd yaks, cultivate barley, and honor the mountains as sacred guardians. For them, Jiuzhaigou is not simply scenery, it is living spirit. Water flows everywhere here. Streams weave through forests, gathering into pools, spilling over travertine terraces formed over thousands of years. One of the most breathtaking waterfalls is Norilang Waterfall. Wide and graceful, it stretches nearly 300 meters across, cascading like a curtain of white silk. In sunlight, rainbows sometimes appear in its mist. In winter, icicles form along its edges, delicate and quiet. The sound is constant, but gentle. A steady hush. The lakes remain so clear because of the valley's geology. Calcium carbonate, dissolved in spring water, slowly builds natural dams. These formations filter the water, creating astonishing transparency. Some lakes are more than 20 meters deep, yet you can see fallen branches resting on the bottom as clearly as if they were beneath glass. There is little sediment, little disturbance, only stillness. Jiuzhaigou is also home to wildlife, though they are rarely seen. The endangered giant panda once roamed parts of these forests, along with golden snub-nosed monkeys and takins, sturdy mountain animals with curved horns. But the animals move quietly, avoiding the pathways of visitors. And so, most who walk here encounter only the sound of wind and water. In 2017, the valley experienced a powerful earthquake. Rock falls scarred hillsides, and some lakes changed shape. For a time, Jiuzhaigou was closed to visitors. Nature disrupted, but slowly, carefully, restoration began. Paths were rebuilt. Forests recovered. Water continued to flow. The valley reopened, reminding all who return that landscapes are not fixed. They are living, shifting, healing. There is something deeply soothing about water that does not rush. In Jiuzhaigou, even the waterfalls feel unhurried. They do not thunder like ocean waves. They whisper. The surfaces of the lakes often remain so still that mountains appear perfectly reflected, upside down, as if another world exists beneath the water. You could imagine stepping through it into quiet. Imagine standing at the edge of Mirror Lake. Early morning. The air is cool against your skin. Mist drifts just above the surface, thin and silver. The mountains, reflected so clearly that the line between sky and earth disappears. You breathe in, and for a moment, nothing else matters. Paths wind gently through the valley. Wooden walkways rise above marshlands, allowing visitors to move without disturbing fragile ground. Each step is measured, each view revealed slowly. There is no need to hurry here. In fact, it feels almost impossible to hurry. Jiuzhaigou has inspired poets, painters, and travelers for decades, yet photographs never quite capture it. The colors seem too vivid, too surreal. People often wonder if the images have been edited, but they have not. The water truly is that blue, that green, that luminous. As evening approaches, light softens, shadows lengthen across the forest floor. The lakes deepen in color, becoming darker, more mysterious. Bird calls fade, wind settles, and the valley prepares for night. In the villages, small lamps glow in windows. Wood smoke rises gently into cooling air. Stars appear, one by one, above mountain silhouettes. There is something timeless about high mountain valleys. They feel removed from the rush of cities, from noise, from urgency. Jiuzhaigou holds that feeling carefully, like a secret kept in stone and water. It reminds us that beauty does not need explanation. It simply exists, quietly, patiently. If you were to sit beside one of its lakes long enough, you might notice the smallest details, ripples from a falling leaf, the faint hum of insects near the water's edge, a shift in light as clouds drift overhead. These small movements become everything, and your thoughts begin to slow. Perhaps that is why places like Jiuzhaigou feel restorative. They do not demand attention, they invite it. They ask only that you observe, breathe, and remain still. Water has a way of carrying tension away, of smoothing sharp edges, of reminding us that motion can be gentle. The Valley of 9 Villages has endured storms, earthquakes, centuries of change. Yet the lakes remain, the waterfalls continue, and the forests grow, ring by ring. It is a landscape shaped by patience, by mineral deposits forming drop by drop, by snow melting each spring, by seasons turning without hurry. As we slowly step away from Jiuzhaigou tonight, imagine carrying a small part of it with you. The image of turquoise water, the hush of falling streams, the reflection of mountains in still lakes. Let that stillness settle in your mind. Let it smooth the edges of the day. High in the Min Mountains of China, Jiuzhaigou Valley continues its quiet rhythm. Water flowing over stone, trees swaying softly, mist rising at dawn, unbothered by clocks, unmoved by urgency, simply being. And as you drift towards sleep, imagine standing once more beside a lake so clear it mirrors the sky, the air cool and calm, the world reflected perfectly, still, quiet, at peace. And let that peace carry you gently into the night. And now, as tonight's story comes to a close, let the quiet linger just a little longer. There is nothing more to follow, nothing more to figure out. The evening has gently carried you here, to this calm and steady place. Allow your breathing to slow, soft and unhurried. Feel the weight of your body sinking comfortably into rest. Your thoughts can drift now, like distant clouds fading into a dark sky. The day is finished. It has asked all it will ask of you. Let your mind grow quieter, your muscles softer, your eyelids heavier. If sleep is ready to find you, welcome it without effort. Let it come naturally, easily, peacefully. And if you're still listening, just remain here in the stillness a little longer. Thank you for spending this quiet time together. May your night be gentle, your rest be deep, and your dreams calm and peaceful.